Back at it for another episode. This is the BBNIC show. I am your host, FOBC Note, the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Poppy if you nasty, Blind Lightning, the voice of the disables. And it makes 1 year for this episode. I've been doing this podcast thing. And we live at WTF Studio where I started at. I feel like I could be a brand ambassador of the studio because I promote this shit. I encourage people to come here. It's great staff. Shout out to Weezy for giving me that platform to really be a blind stepper. Shout out to Eden for taking his time. Dave taking their time with me in the studio, making excellent work. We got Smith, we got Wolf, Tiana recorded me the first time last week, and I really appreciate that. We're gonna keep going up. 1 year down, we're gonna keep going. But this episode right here, we're going just recap of different moments in this 1 year that really made Blind Poppy what he is today. From being nervous to being touching to laugh to joke to really coming out of my shell. Because before all of this, it was really hard and it took a lot out of me. So we gonna get straight into it. And plus, I'm being recorded by Dave Definitely. Shout out to Dave. So we gonna start off with episode 1. I feel like episode 1 was one of those episodes I was nervous as shit coming in. I came in from a consultation with Weezy to, I'm talking about sex, and I'm like, this shit was nervous. And then starting over, my brother like, yo, nigga, loosen up. And I'm like, bro, I'm on camera with somebody that I used to just watch and listen to on fucking YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Now I'm sitting on the couch with Weezy and Mandy. So we gonna go into that episode right now.
You think bitches be looking through your phone?
Nah, I don't let nobody touch my phone.
He's still a nigga, bro. He is still a nigga.
Yeah, my phone sleep under me, like.
My phone sleep under me.
Cause like I can't go through your phone, so why you going through mine?
Right.
Facts. That's really true. Now,
Unless we call my brother in the room and he tell me what's in there.
whatever you be doing for him, I need you to stop. You can make a good, honest man of him, but I feel like you can take a nigga's eyes and they still ain't gonna be shit.
I'm laying on the girl lap and I'm like, what you doing? She like, no, I'm on Facebook. And son just like, nah, no, she not. So I snatched it and I'm like, yo, Siri, read message.
No.
I feel like that episode alone definitely opened the doors for me, opened the gates, and introduced me into a whole new world, a whole bunch of freaks. It introduced me to really showing people how people really is, people that forgot about me. But then seeing that episode and popped up, now all of a sudden, I'm their number one favorite podcaster. But that's a different story. I want to thank Weezy and Mandy definitely for giving me their platform to come on, to even promoting the BBNIC podcast, for giving me that shop, that opportunity. That's why I'm at WTF Media Studio every week, and I love it and I enjoy it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got to give y'all flowers. My second moment of being Blind Poppy, I would have to say episode 1. That was one of my nervous episodes because it's like now I'm introducing the world to who I am. I'm letting the world know what happened to me. I'm letting the world into my life. I'm opening, it's like, you feel me, you zipping down that jacket and that wind hitting you. I'm letting the world get a wind of who the Blind Poppy is, who the voice of the disables is. So we're going to go for my episode 1, the introduction of Blind Poppy, and this is how it went.
I'm gonna give you a minute to close your eyes. I don't need you to bump into no walls. I don't need you to flipping over no furniture. Blind Poppy, he got experience with this. I could move through the house like a ninja. So just imagine, just picture, you waking up to a normal day, a normal Saturday. You take your clothes out. You playing them hits. Life is normal to you. Then you get to see the pride of your joy face. That's your son. You playing with him. Life just feel perfect. As normal, you go downstairs. You strapping him to his car seat. You getting in your car. A normal, regular day. Now you at a family gathering. It's laughs, it's jokes, good times. Everybody know how them Felders and Sutherlands give it up. It gets night. Now it's time for you to party. Time for you to have fun. So you drop your son off with your mother. You drive off. You meet up with your best friend, your right-hand man. You having the time of your life. This 21. These are the best years of your life. You in your prime time. You at a lingerie party. You having fun. But something just don't seem right. Something ain't sitting right.
And I gotta
ask yourself, why do you feel like this?
And I gotta say, this episode right here was one of those episodes that it was hard for me. I recorded that shit twice. Separate weeks. I went home, listened to it over and over like, this ain't it. It ain't getting me the way. I gotta go back in the studio. I gotta give people the real me. And that's when I came with, episode 1. Then we dropped it. And I'm just sitting back and I'm just seeing the responses to people, comments and emails and the views going up. I'm seeing Spotify, it's Apple Podcasts. I'm getting 180 downloads. I'm like, I'm that nigga. I'm that man. That shit just gave me all the confidence in the world to just push forward to get through this year. And I'm here. So now we gonna go into this one right here was kind of touchy. I was holding back the tears because it's like hearing it from a mother's point of view, how that night played out, a lot of things I didn't know. And it was like, it's like a puzzle. She was piecing the puzzle. I felt like this episode, it was a lot of pieces of the puzzle who really showed me who I am and had me to stand out as Blind Poppy. So we gonna go into this episode, A Mother's Nightmare, with my mother, Big Baby. And this is how we gonna start this one off.
21st. As a mother, how was it getting that phone call?
I knew I was gonna have to relive it. I remember that night, you had dropped me off at home, and the last thing I remember is you just leaving, and maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, your girlfriend at the time, my phone rang, and I was just like, oh my God, what is going on now? And she just basically was screaming, they shot him, they shot him, they shot him in his head. And it's like a bolt of lightning that goes through your body, and it's just like, what? So in my mind, as she was saying that, my mind had already started planning a funeral. I'm like, his head? And it's just like, my child is gone. My child is gone. I immediately jumped up and started screaming to my husband.
And that one was deep. I feel like the people definitely loved that one. Like, that episode standouts to a lot of people. I got people to the day like, yo, that episode remind me of their mothers and they mother not here and everything else. So I definitely thank for the support. And that was just a little clip. You got to go back to the episode 1 to catch up and all that. All right, now, fuck it, Dave. We going to hit him with the next clip.
Talk to that girl, you know what I'm saying? Let them do a party promotion, you know what I'm saying? Make them,
100%.
Be who themselves, and that's very, very important.
I ain't gonna lie, shout outs to y'all though, because I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of women in a wheelchair been in my inbox now.
Hey,
I ain't gonna hold you. They put me
let's
down.
get it,
They like, yo, we love you, Blind Poppy, with the kissy faces. I say, yo, I'm the face of the disabled. I swear to God, I love it though.
That's what's up. Yeah, I seen them right on the YouTube. They like, I'm following him right now. I'm like, all right, you follow the bro.
Definitely. I'm
That's
like,
what's
wait,
up,
hold
man.
up. I'm like, who that? They like, yo, she's in a wheelchair. I said, oh man, the wheelchair love me.
My baby father told me about 2 years ago. He said like really like because he said we reminded like how we both independent or whatever. So he said like a lot of things that you used to do or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, that's lit.
Yeah,
like
yeah, baby father's first job in the
he
club.
told me about. Oh God, he gonna get so tight. He gonna get so tight. You
First party in the club taking pictures.
But
live.
he told me.
That episode right there from the Throne podcast, one of the best podcasts. You definitely got to go check that out. We the voice of the disabled. We make this disabled shit look good. And I feel like they rolling up to it and I'm walking up to it. I feel like that was one of my open episodes where I came out the eggshell because it's like, I felt like I was sitting next to my peers. It was no judgment zone. I wasn't thinking like when we had that conversation, I felt like I wasn't blind, and I'm quite sure they felt like they wasn't sitting in that wheelchair, they can walk. That was one of the episodes I felt that took me to another level to sit and say, man, I'm kicking at every door that's in front of me because I feel like we need more disability representation, and I'm here for it. Stay tuned. I'm definitely going to show y'all something for the second year going around. Now, this episode right here, I feel like this is one of my episodes that will be memorable from years from now. It's my son, my dog. Is like, he popped a whole bunch of stuff before we came to I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about that. I'm like, all right, cool. But then when we got on the show, he only really gave us, yup, and all that. So we going to go into that with my dog, my son. I mean, he's starting like his daddy.
An opportunity to have 3 wishes. What would be the 3 wishes?
The 3 wishes would be for my father to see again and us getting a Bugatti and having $1 million.
Why you want a Bugatti?
I don't know.
You like Bugattis?
Yeah.
Okay. So you gonna buy us a Bugatti one day?
Yep.
What you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a basketball player that can draw.
Nice. What team would you play if you were if you were to make it to the NBA?
The Warriors.
Oh, you like Steph Curry?
Yep.
You can shoot like him?
Yep.
I could beat you.
Nah.
Last time we went to the park, I beat you.
No, you didn't.
That episode right there, it really showed a lot of people that fatherhood, that no matter if you blind or you in a wheelchair, being a parent never stops. And he upgraded the car. He said we getting a Tesla because the only thing you gotta do is just press a button. It's gonna take us to a restaurant or whatever. So he getting bigger and bigger. And I love that. Zah, I definitely love you. Zah Dalasino until the day we die. So now this episode right here was a touching moment. It's me and my sister. We grew up together. You got to go back and definitely watch the episode. But a lot of people felt our conversation was script, but really it was like therapy. We sitting on this couch, we chopping it up, we talking. And we got a lot off our chest. Now today we in the clubs. She definitely put me on Snapchat as always. But this one right here is with my sister B Ran. We going to go straight into it.
Understand home watching and everything. This is the first time me and you really sat down and we're having a conversation about how we feel. We didn't it's not scripting. We're not playing. We didn't speak before this. You literally sent me a text last week and was like, "Are you ready to come on the podcast?" And I said, "Yeah." I think that a lot of time has been wasted because we haven't had this conversation, and this is a conversation that we could have had years ago, and it could have been kind of like settled. So that's the thing. I think like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very stubborn. I'm very stuck in my ways. So like my stubbornness and your meanness and you being who you are and you feeling like I'm the big brother and that's it and you supposed to listen and do what I say.
Not me.
Yes, you are. You feeling like I'm the oldest. This is what I say and that's it. I think that if we both could have kind of like put that to the side, we could have had this conversation sooner and things might have been in a better space. So a lot of wasted time haven't like passed by.
You right about that, but I'm not mean though.
Yes, you are.
I'm the sweetest person you could ever. That one right there was definitely therapy. I felt like that was one for the books. Now, shout out to B Ran. She now in that PhD class doing her thing. We graduate in a couple more years, you know. And as always, she still don't got no man. But shout out to you, though. I definitely love you. And, you know, before we get into another one, I definitely want to shout out my manager, Paid in Full, CJ. Everybody keep asking me, yo, when is he going to get on the episode? When can he get on the episode? His name is Paid in Full. Instagram, you DM him. You ask him when he going to get in the episode. And definitely, while we in the middle of it, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification. Do what you got to do. Let's run it up for a whole nother year. I definitely like the supporters. I definitely appreciate y'all. So, on another note, we going to go. Matter of fact, Dave, hit me with another one.
Bro, I know what you're going through. You got to stop feeling like that. Man, this man been through
everything to. We ain't even gonna get into that because he got me into a lot of fucking trouble.
Don't blame me. Now you try. I know you trying to do though.
Cat.
You try to throw that in there too.
If you got a girl,
let me tell you,
she will not want you around Larry. Trust and believe that. I was with his sister, and she still didn't trust me. I was with her brother.
I could lead a hoe to the water, but I can't make him think. So don't let him blame me though.
I'm coming in. I'm like, I was with your brother. What you think I'm doing? Oh, I don't trust him. And it's like, that shit is crazy.
My sister, you with her brother. My sister know that's like how her brother
niggas went bowling.
Crazy.
Niggas went bowling until I came in smelling like a condom. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what the fuck?
Came up with a different condom. Look, anything in the world. Like,
we went bowling.
The ball ain't smell like a condom. What was on you? I know you ain't get pussy. We really went bowling that day.
Yeah, we didn't. I really didn't do nothing. Right. That's the great thing about it. So what I'm lying for? Questions I got for you. Let's see what question I'm gonna hit with you today.
I'm ready for it.
You ready for it?
Yeah, cuz I'm here.
What made you stay this loyal this far? I done over the past 9 years. It was niggas I was riding with, going to the clubs with, females with, everything else. But they faded into the dark. What made you stand out the most?
Yo, from when I met you, bro. From in high school when I first met you, bro.
Niggas did not like each other.
when our energy didn't meet.
That episode right there definitely was one with my best friend. He was nervous as shit. It took us an hour and a half just to record an hour episode. It might have been 30 minutes. I don't know, because we had to rush through it. He was nervous. We kept stopping. The crazy thing about it, Dave was the producer for that episode. I'm like, God damn, bro, move to the side. Let me knock out another episode. We laugh, we joke. But he really showed me it's no limits to being a friend. Like, we really put on for this. It's more than just telling somebody that you love them or telling somebody that you loyal to them. He really showed that. And I definitely got to take my hat off to you, Smooth, because you really been a friend and been there for me, holding it down. You even took your eye out on the podcast. And that was something different. Every time I appear on a podcast as a guest, that's the first thing they say. Yo, did he really take his eye out? Yeah, he definitely did. And I salute you for that, bro. It didn't take much. And that was the 9th year anniversary of me getting shot, and we did that thing, man. I definitely salute you, bro, and keep being you. Now, this next clip, it really shows that the work that I was doing, the work I was putting in, it really paid off, because it was times I sat there and said, man, I ain't going to record no podcast this week. Man, I don't feel like spending no money this week. This shit costs money. I could be doing something else. I could be doing this. Times I was coming in hangovers doing this podcast. Man, so we definitely gonna drop this clip right here, Dave.
Hello, is this Matt?
Who there?
It's Blind Poppy.
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Hey, stop playing with me.
This him in the flesh. FOBC no.
What's good with you, bro? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, your brother hit me up, told me you're a big fan.
Man, he told you my story, man?
Yeah, you got shot 3 times in the head.
Yeah, bro, on everything. That's crazy. I can't believe it's you, man. Wow.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And it's crazy because I actually wanted to, actually rap with you one time, man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, he said he gonna try to put something together for y'all to come to New York.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Just caught me off guard, bro. Damn.
That's what's up, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's good. That's good.
That clip right there really made me see life different, that I'm really helping people out there just by sitting off this couch. And as of this year, Matt came to New York to meet Blind Poppy. I took Matt to the club. We were supposed to have recorded an episode, but that was the week that we had that snowstorm in New York City, so we had to reschedule things, but he definitely showed up. We went to the clubs, we ate some good food, we talked. I mean, straight motivation, inspiration. He got my number now. Before I used to call private. I used to think it was a joke, but now he got my number. He calls me when he going through his hard times. We talk about it. Festival coming soon. Live podcast coming soon. Matt would be there. I even gave him his own nickname, I mean, because he was the Ralph Lauren teddy bear. I said, nah, bro, you the blonde teddy bear, bro. And that's how we gonna run. He went back to Cleveland. He came over from Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to his brother, too. They drove 7 hours just to meet me. And that shit bust my head because sometimes I only drive 30 minutes just to see certain people. I'd be like, I'm coming to see you, and I never make it. For him to drive 6.5, 7 hours just to meet Blind Poppy, not knowing if he gonna get stood up or if I'm really real or whatever the case may be, well, shit was amazing. He said his mother wanted to meet me. I'm like the voice that gets through to his family to help him, for them to understand. He even said he gonna start his own podcast, and I'm waiting for it. Blind Poppy definitely looking to be a guest on your show. You know, he even called me with theme songs. Talk about the Blind Steppers. The Blind Steppers in the building. I'm just laughing. And what really bust my head, on Christmas, he sent me a picture and his hat had Blind Stepper on the side. And I'm just like, damn, like, I'm really touching people across the world. But Matt, shout out to you though, man. Thanks a lot for really helping me out. So this next clip right here, I feel like this was one of my hardest episodes because it's like, I opened the doors of my life that I really didn't tell nobody. This is one of my episodes that really was hard for me, that really, I was dragging my feet. When I came in here, I was sweating like a bitch. I was stuttering, but people like, yo, that episode, I really felt your pain when you was talking about that. It was well needed because there's somebody out there that's going through the same thing you going through, bro. So don't hold back nothing, because by you holding back, you could stop the next person blessing to get through life. And this was my suicide episode. So we're going to go with this one right here.
And he like, yo, you're a strong one. You been coming in for 3 weeks and I ain't break you yet. I'm like, it ain't nothing. I'm not made to be broke. But then it was one Wednesday I went, and he said, I'm gonna get you today. I said, you think so? It's like last week, you asked me a question, I answered it. You made a mistake and hit the button. They came in here, I thought they was gonna take me. He said, nah. He said, what your son look like? I took my phone and I showed him. I said, this is what he look like. He said, no. Describe how you look. I said, mister, I ain't seen my son in years. Like, what the fuck? How you want me to do that? What you remember him as? And the picture I got in my head was from his first birthday. And that shit started fucking me up. To the point I'm describing him and tears start coming down. He gave me a tissue. He's like, I broke you. I said, I'm glad you did, because you ain't gonna see me next week. And I got up and I was running away from my problems. Went outside.
Shout out to you, therapist, because you did not break Blind Poppy, because I'm still here. I'm still on the couch. And I ain't need you to suck up my courage for me to get my thoughts and my feelings and how I feel out. I came to WTF Media Studio and I did it on my own. But shout out to you. And this is the last clip of the podcast. And this is with my crazy ass sister, Bati Fontaine and Shauno. This is one of them episodes where I felt like I got it all out. Now it was time to joke. It was time to laugh. It was time to play. And who more than to play with them two? So we gonna get into this one.
In the club with my little brother, like, damn, he not little no more. We side by side. All four of us in the club teed up, and you never seen that shit before. But I look at Tati as that hustler. We could be down for a minute, confused of what we want to do, but when that idea pop, it's hard to stop us. So I needed for us to stay that way. Let it be hard to stop you. Because the crazy thing about it is somebody gotta
tell me I can't do it.
Fire at you for you to back them down with the water. And that's the crazy shit about it. You tell Tati, oh, you can't make the pan of chicken, this, that, and the third. I seen her run out the house, go get some winglets, do it and all that, and sell it to her own mother. Like, yo, just to prove a point. Now take that point and let's make something out of it. They sat there and said, yo, you ain't gonna graduate out of high school. You did it. So what we waiting for? Can I come sit in your restaurant and eat one day?
You're right, because these 4 kids is expensive. I gotta do something.
And shout out.
So before we end the season, because we're going to be back May 19th, season 2. We're going to have people in wheelchairs talking their experience. We reaching out to so many different people that could touch you home that you're going to be like, damn, this is that episode. This is that show that Puff, you got to come holler at me. Revolt.
And that episode, definitely Sean on Tati. We put on for that. You got to go watch the episode. You'll be laughing through the whole episode. Niggas like, yo, why do you got these two dummies on that episode? But, I mean, we got to laugh about the times that we've been through. You're going to hear about Tati talking some wild, crazy shit. It's just a fun episode. Shout out to her 4 kids, though. You know, Woody, Tweety Bird, Juicy Lips, and Security Guard. Those are my nicknames for them and all that. And this episode, I really appreciate y'all for rocking out with me for this 1 year. I mean, it's a lot of episodes we didn't cover. Tina Bling, she came on the show twice. Go watch that. Shout out to you, Tina Blings. I mean, we got LB, first rapper on the show. I got Tashaya. We got, I mean, so who I forgot. I think that was really the guest that we had, but it was a banger. We talked about so many different episodes. I really feel go watch it, go stream it, go download, go hit subscribe, your bell notification. Comment. Let me know what was your best episode or what episode you like or what stood out to you. I mean, we definitely love it. And I just want to say thank you for getting me through this year because it definitely was hard. Once again, thanks Dave, thank Eden, thank Miss Smith, thank Wolf for these clips for Instagram. That last clip he made me was bananas. You heard the Martin, the water, the daddy. I'm in the house losing my mind listening to that shit 20, 30 times. I mean, we want to thank Tiana definitely for when things come up, we rescheduling. She recording the podcast, coming back off retirement. I want to thank Horrible Decisions for giving me that platform to keep moving. I want to thank From the Throne Podcast for opening the doors to make me feel like this disabled shit is nothing wrong with it. I love it. I want to thank my brother CJ, paid in full, for bringing me to the studio every week, for dropping ideas on me, for making it happen. I just want to thank the people. I just want to thank y'all. And I can't stop thanking y'all because with y'all, I'm going to year 2, then we going to year 3, then we going to run it up. More guests, big guests. And I mean, live show coming this year, festival coming this year. Blind Poppy is not stopping. We going to keep moving. Shout out to Matt, definitely, bro, for pulling up on me in New York from Chicago, not from Chicago, from Cleveland. I'm going to make my way out there. I told you, set a club up in me. And Blind Poppy coming out there to do a party. I'm worldwide with it. But when you think about your life being hard, think about Blind Poppy. If you feel like you don't want to go no more, just turn my podcast on and keep stepping. I'm the voice of the disabled. I am the Hood Ray Charles, FOBC Note, and this is the BBNIC show, the 1 year anniversary. See y'all for year 2, and I'm off this.